So I come from a family that's been making bedding and textiles products for about 25 years. Mom and Dad originally built a business to create woven goods for our homes, and we actually have a weaving mill that puts out about 50,000 meters of fabric every day. So today with Buffy, what we're really trying to do is to use a lot of that know-how and turn it into better, more sustainable products. You know, people always say that it's not about like what you know, it's about who you know, right? And I think I actually don't really agree with that, but for the one time in my life, it really was the case. Networking is huge for finding the right people, and when I look back on the co-founders that I have, they come from such disparate social worlds and moments of my life and professional backgrounds that had I not been there was no way I could have pulled them together. Buffy creates with sustainability in mind in a few very simple concepts like reuse and a closed or circular loop. We think about this with our original comforter. It's made a queen out of about 70 recycled bottles, those of which are actually collected from ocean and landfill. Those recycled bottles are actually reused, essentially rejuvenated, given a second life every time we make a comforter. And so actually to date, we're approaching our 10 millionth comforter being, 10 millionth bottle being recycled and reused. What's very interesting is that I think that's kind of the beginning of a very fun adventure if you want to go on one. What do you do with those comforters now that they've been sold and years later will come to the end of their life? We're actually now developing a fiber board which can be used for furniture that is made exclusively from recycled PET and cellulose fibers, which are exactly what Buffy comforters are made of. And so to be able to continue pushing that is, I think, a lot of fun, very interesting. Some challenges with building Buffy. I think, you kind of approach the problem thinking that if you just make a comforter and then bedding products that are more sustainable, people would be interested in buying them, right? If they're affordable or competitively priced. And I think one of the things that we find is actually really interesting and have actually almost pedestaled to become our challenge, the challenge that Buffy really wants to solve, is how do you get most people, many of whom are not ready to buy sustainably or not interested in buying sustainably, or actually thinking that sustainable products are potentially worse or less effective, to actually consider doing so. And I think our challenge really is exactly that. How do we make sustainability as? One piece of advice that I would leave, there's so many philosophies of how to build a business or what even a business is that we encounter in life or learn or hear from other people. Sometimes people try to say it's like find product market fit. Sometimes people say it's like, you have to really identify a problem and find a solution for it, and all different kinds of ways of looking at it. But really, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, think first and foremost about what it is that you think you can inspire other people with. If you can get a group of other people really inspired around something, chances are you'll be able to get great people, and that you guys will be able to make some headway in that area, whether it's a product or a service or a cultural item. Really try and find something that you think is inspirational. Right? Start there.